Employee engagement is the fundamental concept in the efforts to understand and describe both qualitatively and quantitatively the nature of the relationship between an organization and its employee. An engaged employee is defined as one who is fully absorbed by and enthusiastically about their work and so take positive actions to further the organization's reputations and interest. An engaged employee has a positive attitude towards the organization and its values. In contrast, a disengaged employee may range from someone doing the bare minimum at work up to the employee who is actively damaging the company's work output and reputation. An organization with the high employee engagement might therefore be expected to outperform those with the low employee engagement. In today's session, we will touch upon two key points. One, when was the employee engagement originated? And second, we will also touch upon the levels of employee engagement. So let's look at the first key discussion point. When the concept of employee engagement originated. Employee engagement first appeared as a concept in the management theory in 1990s, becoming widespread in management practices in 2000, but it remained contested. It stands in an unspecified relationship to earlier constructs such as morale and job satisfaction. Despite academic critique, employee engagement practices are well established in management of human resources and of its internal communications. Employee engagement today has become synonymous with terms like employee experience and employee satisfaction. The relevance is much more due to the vast majority of the new generation professionals in the workplace who have a higher propensity to the distracted and disengaged at work. A recent survey by Staff Connect suggests that an overwhelming number of enterprises organizations today, approx 74.24%, were planning to improve employee experience in their organization. So let's touch upon a little bit about what is employee engagement and what it is not. Losing employees at a rapid clip is a massive drain on companies' resources. It can also be a sign that there is something really wrong with an organization internally. If exit interviews reveals that employees aren't just leaving for greener pasture or personal growth opportunity, but because they are burnout, bored, or disgruntled, the cause may be a problem with the engagement. So, first thing, an employee engagement is basically an emotional commitment to the work. Employee engagement boils down to an employee's emotional commitment. An engaged employee understands and believes in the goals of the company. They know their role in the reaching those goals and they believe that the role to be integral. Second, not every happy and satisfied employee is considered to be engaged. Employee engagement is not the same thing as employee satisfaction or happiness. It is possible to have a satisfied employee, happy to show up at 9 and leave at 5 every day without fails for years, who are not at all engaged in their work. Even in companies with all the fun perks, there are plenty of disengaged employees. So you cannot say that it is connected directly with the happiness and satisfaction. The engaged employees are strongly connected with business outcome. According to Gallup, employee engagement is strongly connected to business outcome essential to an organization's financial success, such as productivity, profitability, and customer engagement. Last, they support innovation, growth, and revenue. So you will find engaged employees supporting innovation, growth, and revenue that their company needs. Moving on, let's touch upon our second key point, the levels of employee engagement. Clearly, this is an aspect of corporate culture worth examining for leadership in any organization. Understanding and monitoring employee engagement is the first step to improve it. First, it's important to know what to look for. What are the various levels of employee engagement and what do they look like? There are many methods involving different numbers of levels of engagement. For the sake of simplicity, let's look at 3 levels of employee engagement Gallup uses when pooling the workforces: engaged, not engaged, and actively disengaged. So these are the 3 levels we will be touching upon one by one. Let's first touch upon the engaged employee. As described, an employee with the high engagement believes in the goals of the company they are working for. They have a strong understanding of their role in helping meet those goals, and therefore willing to use discretionary efforts. This means that they are so absorbed in the work they do and convinced of its importance that they will be willing to put in extra time or efforts without being asked. They go the extra mile on behalf of their company's performance and reputation just for the satisfaction of the participating. If that sounds like description of a rare employee, that is because according to Gallup research, only 32% of employees on average fell in this category. That means that just under 1/3 of all the employees nationwide go to work with clear purpose, are motivated to fulfill it every day. Let's touch upon the second category called not engaged. This group comprises the largest segment of the workforce. Based on the Gallup finding, a full 50% of the population falls into this category. These employees have neither overwhelming positive or negative feeling about their work. They are likely to show up to the office and do the least amount of work necessary to skate by without management intervention. By Gallup's definitions, workers who are not engaged are less vigilant, more likely to miss work and change job when new opportunity arises. This segment of the workforce poses a risk to any organization's bottom line. That's because they don't contribute fully, wasting time and resources. They are also more likely to leave for another job when they get frustrated. Since over half of the workers in any given company likely meet this description, this is the best place to start involvement efforts. Spending time and resources on re-engaging these employees, or at least actively monitoring employee performance, is usually a worthwhile investment in productivity. Let's touch upon the third and the most dangerous one. This thankfully makes up a smaller percentage of the workforce. Only 17.2% of employees falls in this category. But this small group can be overwhelmingly negative influence on an organization's success. These employees voices their negative opinion and attitude about the workplace, undermining any positive morale in their co-workers. Though re-engaging not engaging employee is doable, it's almost impossible for actively disengaged workers. In those cases, it is usually best to just end the professional relationship. Thank you.